All right, and we are live.
Yay!
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Yeah.
ladies.
Welcome to our go live today. It's been a hot minute, I would say, because I think the last time we were on here was like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, right
I hope
about.
you guys missed us. Did you miss us? If you're gonna be watching the replay, type in the comment section if you missed us, if you want to see more of us, coming on here to share what we do, why we do what we do, and why we're so passionate about it. Okay. But without further ado, I just want to quickly give a round of introduction here. You see all these beautiful ladies. You're going to hear from each and every one of us today. We are, from different backgrounds in different locations, but because of this wonderful online business platform, now we got to know each other and now we work together, right? So
Yeah.
I'm so excited for what we have in stock for you today. I want you guys to bring your popcorn, your tea or your cold drink and settle in because we're here to make you basically be aware of what we have in the online space. Like you can see from the title, right? For today's session, we said why are professionals moving online? Right? Gone are the days when people think, oh, people who do online stuff are people who don't have a job. No, we have working professionals. Some of these ladies you're going to hear from today are still working full time, but they've decided to tap into the online space. And you're going to hear why exactly they decided to do that. Okay. So, just a quick intro about myself. My name is Ishoma. You can already see on the screen. Yes, I'm a mom of two, I'm a wife, and I'm an online business coach. I have been doing this online business now for a little over 4 years. And obviously, for somebody to be doing business this long, that's to tell you that there is a lot of benefits, right? There's a lot of money to be made, and there's a lot of changes happening in my life because of this business. So yes, we're here today to share more of that with you. So stay tuned, settle in, and let's get the ball rolling. Okay, so I'm going to go in order of according to how I see you on the screen here, so that everybody can introduce themselves and we can get right into it. So Iyabo, I'll
Yeah.
pass the ball over to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ishoma. Thank you for having us today. All right. My name is Yabo. I'm originally from Benin in West Africa, but I'm now residing in Washington State. And I joined this business about 6 months ago, a little bit less than 6 months that I joined this business. Yeah. And I'm a mom and grandma as well. So I have a grandson. Yes.
Grandma.
Yes, grandma. All right. So this business has been amazing so far. So we'll come back to the experience. And then, yeah, that's about it for me.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome, Iyabo. Thanks for joining us today. So now you've heard from a grandma. I don't think I knew you were a grandma before. Is that a recent thing?
No, he's 6 years soon. He will turn six.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, awesome, awesome. All right.
Great.
Okay, so let's move on now to Osta. Osta, take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ishoma, for having us here today. I'm so happy to be here once again. It's always a delight to be in the midst of my business partners because we rub minds together and I always learn new things when I come in contact with my business partners. Yeah, so my name is Osta. I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm a finance professional now living here in Manitoba, Canada. This business, when I started this business about 6 months ago, and since then, I can't say I've remained the same, both financial wise and my personal growth. I've learned so much from this business, and I can't wait to learn more, especially from my coach, Ishoma.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome, welcome, Osta. It's good to have you here. I know the last time we missed you on this show, but I'm
Yeah.
happy
Yes,
that
we
you're
did.
joining this time around.
Mhm.
Okay, so Mara, let's hear from you.
Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody. Hi, Shoma, the boss babe herself. My name is Mara. I live in Connecticut. I'm married to a military vet and retired from NASA as well. I own a care agency. I'm involved in a group home as well. And I work 9 to 5, actually, 2 jobs, believe it or not. And I am an insurance, life insurance agent as well. So these are the many hats I wear. But I'm going online. I am in the online space now, and the goal is eventually to let go of most of those things and completely focus on the online business space. So that is my story.
Awesome, awesome. I hope you guys heard her very well. Mara wears many hats, right? She's into insurance. She's also a wife. She's also in the care. You work in a care home or you own a care home. Which one is it?
I own an agency and I work in a residential facility as well.
Wow,
Wow.
wow. How do you manage 24 hours in a day? We're gonna hear from you
Crazy, but we'll get there. We will get there.
later. Okay, let's take it over now to Nkechi. Nkechi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Nkechi Catherine Ezeka. So I'm a mom of three. I'm also a digital business owner and loving the way this business has been making waves in my life and also in my family. So I've been in this business for a couple years. So it's been a wonderful experience.
Awesome, awesome. I think somehow we all forgot to say where we're speaking from because I want the audience to see that we're not just all sitting together in the same location, right? So I'm talking to you guys from Canada today, British Columbia, Canada. How about you, Iabo?
I'm talking to you guys from Washington State.
Awesome. And Osta?
I'm talking to you from Manitoba, Canada.
All right. And Mara?
I'm live from Connecticut.
Nice. Another American in the house. And Nkechi?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
I'm talking from Georgia, USA.
Oh, nice to
Awesome.
meet
Well,
you.
the Canadians are overpowered tonight, but it's good. It's okay. All right. So yes, thanks for coming on board today so that we can talk about this business. I'm so excited that you're here. And now we're gonna dive right into some more serious, discussion, right? You guys have heard from us. Yes, we are all ladies, and bear in mind it's not only ladies that do this business, because I know that's what some people ask. Is it only ladies that do
Yeah.
this business? There are guys too. One of these days we'll bring guys to the
Sure.
show as well. But for today, hearing from us ladies from US and Canada, we have different professions, but we want to know why. Why? I'm sure you guys want to know too. Why did we decide to tap into the online space? Okay, especially in today's world when people should typically have multiple sources of income, right? And the average person will say, okay, fine, let me go and get a second or a third job to be able to have the multiple source of income. So why then did we decide to tap into the online space? So I'm going to start first and I'm going to pass it on to Iyabo. Okay, so for me, like I said before, I started this business 4.5 years ago actually. And when I started, it was because I was looking for a way out of the corporate grind. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that, okay? So after working there for several years, I saw that, man, this kind of deal, everyday grind of, showing up to somebody to basically dictate your hours, your pay, your life, where you can go on vacation, where you can take sick leave, where you can spend time with your family. It just wasn't cutting it for me. I didn't want to do that long term, right? Especially after facing some politics at work, it was an eye opener for me that no, I need to be able to control, my time and be flexible, right? And especially because at the same time I had just become a mom, so I wanted to have that, flexibility to be able to spend time with my children. So that was my why for tapping into the online space. Now I want to hear, Iyabo, did you have a wake up call? Did you have maybe something that happened that opened your eyes up and opened your mind up to the online, the possibility of earning online?
Actually, a lot. So I have a whole list of wake up calls.
Okay.
So the couple of years ago, my mom was sick. She was really sick, and I really wanted to go back home. At that time, we were stationed in Japan. My husband been in the military, so we were stationed in Japan, and I wanted to go back to Africa to be there for my mom. I know at that time that she was not gonna make it. But I was so busy. I was so busy at work that I couldn't even get enough time to go back home to visit. So I was just left with video calls. We were just calling every single day. I remember that time when I put in a leave to finally go back to Africa. I put in a leave for 4 weeks. And I remember what my manager told me at the time. And it really hit me. And I said, man, I've been working here for years. And I put in my life, my time, all my energy, my dedication. And I mean, I have to negotiate some time to get enough time to go back home. I mean, working in the corporate world and needed to take more than 2 weeks. I mean, is a lot of other stuff you have to negotiate. You have to be talking. You have to, I mean, give a lot of explanation why you want to take more than two weeks of leave. So that was my first wake up call. So I was telling earlier that we have a grandson. And one day I was talking with my husband and I said, oh, how about we bring our grandson to live with us? So both of us were excited about the idea. But then I said, oh, so who's going to stay home? Who's going to stay home to take care of the grandson?
Yeah.
But him being gone most of the time, he looked at me and said, oh, maybe you're going to stay home. And I said, oh, if I stay home, it's gonna be, I mean, more stress on the budget that we actually have. So, I mean, I said we definitely need to find something else. I definitely need to find something else. Maybe, and I start checking. I start looking online, and at that time we came back to the US, and one day I was just online, and your ad pop up, Ishoma. Your ad pop up on my screen. And I took a look at it and I watched the ad and I said, oh, I think this is it for me. Because I was tired. I was tired by my job. I needed more time for myself. I didn't want to have to negotiate when I want to take a leave. And I need to make more money, right? To be able to have a fulfilling life and to be able to travel around the world as I wanted, and my husband as well. So that's just few example of wake up calls that I had that make me look for something online and that make me join this business. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a touching story, hey? Type something in the comments if you're touched by her story. Like that's just exactly what I was saying, but she's giving you a real life example of where she was unable to take enough time off to be with her mom, right? That was ill. Guys, just think about it. How many times do you have to take time off and you have to wait for your turn or get some serious, reason to give them why they should give you that approval, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm so happy that you shared that story with us, Iyabo. Yeah. Osta, I would like to hear from you. What was it that was your wake up call? That because you told us earlier, right? You're a finance professional. So what
Yeah.
was that was your wake up call that made you decide that, you know what, I need to do something else besides what I'm currently doing?
Yeah, for me, I've been in the corporate work for over 2 decades, and I just started thinking that am I going to continue like this? I'm already approaching my golden age, and I don't want to keep working as hard as I'm working. I want to retire early and then be able to enjoy my life, live my best life, even at retirement. I didn't want to bother where the finances will be coming from, and I wouldn't want to be working as hard as I have been working all these years. So I started thinking of a backup plan for my retirement. And on another note, I love traveling. And traveling costs money.
It
Yeah.
does.
Apart from the time, you won't have enough time from your corporate job. You also need enough funds, not after going for your journey, you come back and you're starting from square one. I didn't want that. I want my money saved up for vacation. And when I come back for vacation, I should still be smiling, not thinking about how I'm going to work extra shift to make up the money I've spent. So one of those days, I was just scrolling through my phone as usual, and Ishama's ads popped up. And Ishama resonated because her name is the same name as my brother's name. So I was like, this is from my area. So
Oh.
I was attracted to listen to what she was saying,
Mm,
and I got interested. I said, well, it would be so nice to be able to work at your own pace and even work from home. And then at a point, probably just ditch the corporate job and know and face this one squarely, because this will be providing for you more than what your corporate job is providing for you. And
mm,
so that's how I clicked, and I registered, and yeah, I am. And I'm enjoying the ride because I'm getting more than I bargained for. I'm having a lot of personal development apart from the finances. So let's
yes.
have it for that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. You made a very, very, in fact, you said so many things that are amazing. But the one thing I want to pull on there, in fact, two things I want to pull on is the retirement you talked about.
Mm,
Typically, you're working for the better part of your years. And then by the time you retire 65 and above, you're too tired to
exactly.
even start traveling around, right?
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
have realized now that, hey, what if I can retire early and travel when I still have the strength and the
Yeah.
health to do so, which makes a lot of sense, right? And of course, just like you said, when by the time you travel, you don't just want to travel and then come back and start counting the expense. It would be nice to come back to just chill and continue from where you left off. Speaking of, you guys, some of you already know. I know you guys on the show already know that I just came from Japan. But for those
Yeah.
who are watching this show and don't know, I just came from Japan last month for a business trip. Right, we had a business convention in Japan,
Yeah.
and the typical thing you would think is that yes, I'm coming back to start counting all the expenses that I've made. And
Mhm.
the typical employee would say, okay, I need to work this extra shift and pick up this extra hours so that I can make up for all the expenses.
Mm.
But that was not the case. I came back to checks in my mailbox. Tell me which job, tell me which job will have money waiting for you after you've gone on vacation and come back. Instead
No.
of thinking of how to add more
Yes.
shifts for you to make you yourself, you'll be counting all the expenses you've made, right? So, my people, there's a lot happening here. I like to say people are making it big online. It's
Yeah.
not just because we want to say that. You have to come and see for yourself that it is real,
Mm.
right? It is very, very real. So, thanks, Oscar. Thanks, Yabo, for sharing that. Now, let's hear from Mara, the lady with many hats. Why did you decide to tap into the online space? What was your wake up call?
For me, I told you I'm a life insurance educator and marketer. So when I started in that line of trade or business or work or career, I realized that many people of our race don't have life insurance
Mhm.
because we don't believe in it for some reason. We think that when you have a life insurance, that means you're calling evil upon
Def-
yourself. It's so ignorant, which makes no sense because some other races, once they have their kid, even when they're as young as one, they buy a life insurance policy for them. And that is when you get the best rates, of course. So I didn't know that too until my almost my present age. Can you even begin to imagine that? So I got for myself. I wasn't able to get for my husband. Why? Because they said it was not insurable. Why was it not insurable? Because he served in the military, he went to a war, and he was on some medication. So because of that, because he was a vet, and he sees these doctors that they see when they come back from warfare,
Mhm.
he's screwed. I cannot insure him. And I'm like, this is a mess. This person gave his life 21 years in the army, 27 years in NASA, basically served his country both ways, and he doesn't have a life insurance. So that was tough for me to bear. That is just not it. This same person has a diagnosis that could be fatal. My word just sank. And what pained me, not at the moment when it happened, was when I was getting ready for work during the pandemic this day, and my phone rang. It was about 2:30. I was starting work at 3 o'clock. He left for his usual appointments. And it was him calling. I'm like, why is this man calling? He knows I'm going to work. So I picked up the phone and it was a female voice. "Oh, is this Mrs. Williams?" I said, "Yes." "Oh, your husband James is here." I'm like, "Okay, and this, that, and that." And I said, "Really?" So it was heartbreaking, the news, you know. But guess what? I went to work. I could not wait for my husband to come back home. I didn't even offer to go and pick him up from the hospital. And I was doing a double shift that day. So this poor man didn't see me until the next day, 16 hours after such a diagnosis. So that was how much devoted we can be to our 9 to 5, you know. So that was something I did. And in hindsight, I'm like, what did I do? This is somebody that I needed to do this for, and now he has this diagnosis. Okay, this is our situation. Remember, he served, so of course he was getting his pension without stepping out of the house. My husband had so much coming into him because of him. He worked for it. So then the other ones, okay, let me set up these businesses that I said I have. I spent over $70,000 setting them up.
Hmm.
And because I borrowed, I sold my car, I did almost everything. I was not in debt. And I was paying up. It's just crazy. So I'm like, okay, this is what next? So of course I saw this ad as well, like the other ladies mentioned. And I'm like, because one thing the pandemic shows, it shows us that it normalizes working from home. Many people think what they could not like a professional. Because before, if somebody said they were working online, I just look at them like this person doesn't have a job. So that was my mindset. I'm like, this one don't get a job. You're working from home, doing what? Pressing your computer. So I started giving it attention, and here we are today. Here we are today. Let me
Wow.
just end it.
So you're one of those people, eh?
Yes, yes, yes.
One of those people that thought that we don't have work to do.
I know,
But wow, that's thank you so much for sharing your story. Wow, again,
right?
that's another touching story,
Yeah.
right? Imagine your loved one needing you and you're not
Yes.
able to be there for them because you have to
Yeah.
go to work.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, why are we working? Are we just on earth to just pay bills and then die? No, right?
Terrible.
Wow, wow. I'm so happy, Mara, that despite all of your experiences and even how much money you have put into other businesses, that you still
Yeah.
had the courage,
Oh
to
yeah.
come in and start this one, right? And I would love to hear from you later about, what kind of mindset would have allowed you to shift from being that person that was skeptical about the online space to now being one of us, right?
You will
Let's
hear.
hear from you later. But for now, let's hear from Nkechi. Nkechi, can you tell us what was your wake up call? Why did you decide to tap into the online space?
Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I'll start by saying, you know, haven't lived in Asian country as a journalist, so I came to the United States. So when I look at the situation, like the way I used to work while I was
Asia.
in Japan and also in Nigeria was different because I work based on my time and I earn huge. So when I left and I came here, it's a different ball game. That you have to work even double shift. I said, this is not what I'm gonna be doing because one, you have kids. How do you do this? You see, when you look at my where I am now, you see that my kids are just. I'm just trying to make sure they are seated. So when you have kids, like I don't know how people do it, but it's not an easy task. So I said, okay, I think since the world is going global, we can get something. I can get something to do. So that urge, like that situation that I was then, want to be an independent person the way I was when I was in as a journalist then. I want to be able to work at my own time, do things at my own time, earn big, not just earn based on all the time and all that, maybe the office. I also tried it working as an educator after my master's. That was when I got to know this business.
Mhm.
Not that's within the end, towards the end of my master, that was when I got to know this business. Yes, so that really pushed me to want to earn online and also be my own boss. So that is what I just like. It's a wake up call for me to be
Yeah.
independent, have my own money, and use it as I like.
I like that.
I like that. You sound
Use it
like
as I like,
a
without restrictions.
Oh my God.
I use it as I like.
Yes,
Absolutely.
so not to anybody telling me, oh, how do you spend it? No, that's yeah.
Thanks, Ogechi. Thanks for sharing that. That's well, you just hit the nail on the head, right? Because you tasted freedom, time freedom before, right? That time
Mm,
Yeah, I
flexibility
have.
before.
Oh my
So
mm,
God.
coming to America and being bound by certain
mm,
hours, certain rules,
mm,
it was kind of suffocating for you. And then to add to that, now you have your kids, right? Instead of
Uh,
paying how much for daycare or for nannies and all that care for them,
Yeah.
which is basically probably more than 50% of your salary, what's the point of doing that when you can be at home, be around the kids, and still make good money and own your time? So yes, I
even
love
with even with the politics, even when I was working, because I had to stop my teaching job because the politics was too much. I
that.
said no, this is not good and it's not healthy. So I
Yeah.
said okay, let me just stay my own. And this business has been a good one. Even today, I got some checks. Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Ooh.
ooh.
This
Congratulations.
is one of it. This is one of it.
Congratulations, guys. Wow, that's
Good
awesome.
job.
All right, all right. So yes, we have heard from everyone now about our wake up calls, and yes, I can relate to the political issues at work too. Nkechi. It begs to ask the question: why are you working for somebody or people, or working with people that don't appreciate the time that you're
Yeah.
spending away from your family, right? So yes, thank you everyone for sharing your wake up call. Now we're going to move to an interesting area which we don't really talk about a lot, so this is kind of different. If you're watching us, just hang on, don't tune out just yet, because just like Mara said, she used to be that skeptical person that from afar she was like, all these people talking about online business, they don't have work to do, that's why they are here wasting time. But now she came in and she saw something that is making everybody talk and rave about the online space. So I think this time around I'm going to start with Mara. Okay, Mara, tell us, what kind of shift in your mindset did you have to go through in order to be able to start this business and to still run this business? Yeah, tell us about the mindset shift you experienced.
It's for me, I would say it is the beginning of everything, because we have been conditioned to believe that you have to work and work hard
Mhm.
to earn. So this is like easy. How could you just be at home clicking, dancing, posting, and you make money? It makes no sense. So, like I said, when I did all my investing and all of that, COVID came. So my mindset actually started with COVID, when the world practically shut down and we were doing everything from the comfort of our home on our phones, our laptops, our computer, and all of that.
Yeah.
We worshipped, we shopped, we just name it, went to school. Even that was why I dropped from nursing school. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing online schooling. I have a master's already. So I dropped out because I was a student too. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so I started, so during the pandemic, I worked. I was doing all my crazy shifts and all that because I said, you know what? If I go shopping, I could die. If I was filling my tank, I could catch COVID and die. So why wouldn't I just work? So, I left school and I just started working, doing all the crazy double shifts because I used that time to achieve what I wanted to do with the money back home, and it's there. So that's that. So I started, that this is something. But like I say, I've been seeing these people, this our group actually, on online doing their ads and all of that, but nothing. I was never interested. But I saw your ad, and of course, it resonated because one, you are one of us, and you were just cool in that ad. And I said, okay, let me give it. Let me look at this because already I was open at that point because I realized that see the world is becoming small. It is beginning to be from home that anything professionals, doctors, engineers, you know. So I mean, if a doctor can work with his phone, So what kind of job are you doing apart from maybe if you're building, if you're in the construction industry, then you have to physically be there. Or other, even surgeons, even some surgeries are done online, So that is where my mindset change started. So I invested in that too. I learned, the skills you need to acquire. Then I went and I saw this ad from you, and so I started. So when I started, because we are used to going out in the morning and alarm clock, so it still wasn't working, because if I really understood what I had, I would still not have two jobs. You know, I have a business as well. Like I said, 2 days ago, I needed to be out of town. So I got somebody to do a task for me, and guess what? I have like 20 years experience in that line, but this person I got had less than a year experience. And I paid him, what I'm earning from my job, one of my jobs, is $2 more. $2 more.
Wow.
Yes. So ask me, so why am I keeping that job?
Wow.
So it's mindset. I've not been liberated yet. Even I speaking. Yes, I paid this guy. I told him, I said, do you know I'm earning? You are working for me now, but somebody else is paying me $2 more than what I'm paying you now. For 5 hours, I paid him so much. I said, it's just if I did this at work, I'll be paid $2 more. And early this week, or no, late last week, my director, she wanted me to come in because I'm pandemic at that job. So she like, oh Mara, this is that, and she put a screenshot of a letter of wage band increase. Guess how much is the increase per hour? 13 cents.
Oh,
1 3. I told my husband, I'm like,
Oh my word, are you for real?
God, she's my witness. 1 3 cents per hour. That they have a whole letter written that will come in and sign. So she sent that one when she was asking me to come in again as a bait. Oh my God. I'm like, this is insane. So I just said, you know what? This has got to stop. Yeah, $13 per hour. So in a week, if I go in there for 32 hours, I will make $1.04 more. A dollar.
Wow.
And in a month, I think $10 or so. Just do the maths. $13, 13 cents. I mean, for an
mm,
8-hour shift, yes, 13 cents times 8 times 32. Do the maths.
Wow.
So that was an increase that I got with 20 years experience that I will
Mhm.
have to come into the office to sign. So ask me, why am I still keeping that job when I'm paying somebody $2 less what I'm getting with 20? So it's just crazy. So even I, as I'm speaking, that was why I was a bit, when you said I said, I'm going to talk about mindset, because it is something I'm still struggling with. Because I told my husband, I said, "Honey, you know what? If I give this business 30 days, just stay at home, just soak in everything, do my ads, do everything. I know it that I would see the results. If I give it, because we are not giving, like I said, when my husband was sick, then I went to work. I went to do a double shift, you know,
mhm.
and now I have a business. I'm not even doing that's not something that I'm beginning to renew my licenses for the businesses that I have. And I've not really earned from them because I'm working.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to earn, this paycheck, sweetheart. Let go of your paycheck. That is a bond. It's like you are enslaved to it, because for me, I see no reason why I should even have a 9 to 5 at this point. Because even, yes, I'm doing the online business, I still have a brick and mortar business. So mindset is everything. But once you outgrow that, which I am in the process, I'm not done yet. I'm still at it. But I can see clearly. I can see. And and yes, I can see what is ahead of me clearly. Like I said, I'm not gonna be crazy. I know what I will do my 9 to 5 for. And that is just to get my ad money. It's one of the things I say. I say, I will do work these few days just to get my ad money. But you know what? Soon you will see. You will see. Watch this space. Watch this space.
Wow.
I love that. You just hit the nail on the head, because that's what a lot of people as employees don't realize, that after you spent 25, 30, 35, or 40 years working in the corporate grind, the raise that you can't compare
$13.
what you can get
It's
when you have your
crazy.
It is
It's an,
ridiculous.
it
It
really
yeah,
is
is.
an insult.
yeah.
And she had enough to post to screenshot it and to tempt me to come in. I'm like, are you for
13,
real?
13 cents is the bribe that they were trying to bribe you.
Yes, it was 13 cents. 13 cents. Somebody with less than, like I said a year. That's probably a month's experience. I paid
Yeah.
him
Wow.
$2 less because I was in such a jam. And if I wanted to pay him well,
Mm,
$2, two, 20 years and 2 weeks experience.
wow.
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 Paycheck.
That's the reality. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
This happened on
that's
Monday.
the
On
that's the
Tuesday, sorry, when we
reality.
had to go to New York. Yeah.
That's the reality of a lot of people. Wow, wow.
Yes.
Okay, we've heard from Mara. I know we can stay here and talk about mindset and
Yeah.
for hours, but we want to,
Crazy.
kind of hurry up and close this in a few minutes from now so that you guys can actually hop onto our webinar. If you haven't noticed the banner that is flowing below this screen, usually every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time or 8 p.m. Eastern time, we usually have a live webinar. Okay, so you've heard from five of us here today, but there's thousands of us in our community that come on every twice a week. Not a thousand of us come out twice a week, but I'm just saying we get to have that rotation of different people that you would hear their stories when you watch that webinar. And it's not just about hearing the stories, it's also about getting the information firsthand about how this business works, what we provide for you when you start, and how you can get started yourself, right? So, yes, if you have not yet registered or watched any of our live info sessions, tonight in the next less than 20 minutes, we're going to have a live info session. And the way to access it is just to go to our website. You can see each of us have our website under our faces there. So you can go to the website, register with your name and email. It's free to watch that info session, but at least it will give you, that overview of what the business is, and then you'll be able to see for yourself whether indeed this is a good fit. But I hope with what we've told you so far, the realities that we've shared with you so far is already opening up your eyes and opening up your mind to the fact that, you know what, maybe you too should tap into the online space so that 20 years from now, you won't be in that situation whereby you are earning only $2 more than somebody that just started work 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
So that you won't be getting bribed or enticed by a 13-cent increase. My people, come on. What else do you need to hear to be able to take action and start your business now and be your own boss? Eh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I don't know, any of you ladies, Yabo, Osta, and Kechi, do you have anything else you want to say around the mindset before we move on to the next thing we want to talk about?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
o-
go ahead,
Okay.
Oscar.
Yeah, mindsets. I've come to realize with this business that everything really revolves around your mindset. Excuse me. Because in anything in life, it is your mindset that will determine how far you can go. If you tell yourself, I can do this, you will be able to do it. But once you start giving excuses, oh no, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not tech savvy. Oh no, I don't have the money. Excuses will always come and you will never move from one spot. If you want something to change in your life, then you have to change something. So if you have been fixated in a particular spot, change what you have been doing and see whether you will get a different result. So I believe that mindset has a lot to play in every aspect of our life, not just in this our business. And that's what has been propelling me. Because I told myself, if all these people I'm seeing, especially grandmas, are doing this thing, they are not giving the excuse that I am not tech savvy, then who am I? Why can't I just put my head down and learn these things? You know? And so that's what's been the driving force for me. That if they can do it, I too can do it. It's just for me to put my mind to it. I should do away with all those excuses. Like I always say, I should get myself out of my way and get to and
Oh,
get
yeah.
to get to work,
Work.
which is what I am doing. And it's been paying off for me. I'm getting there gradually.
I
I
love.
know, just like Mara said,
Mhm.
I've not fully
Watch this
changed my
space.
mindset, but I know I'm better than where I
It's
started
before.
from.
Sure.
Yes, yes. And the truth is, there's never gonna be a time where you say, okay, I'm perfect, I have the perfect mindset now,
True.
right?
No.
You
We've been
always
working
have
on
that
it.
need for continuous improvement to be better
Yeah.
than you were yesterday and last year, you know? So that right there is that having that open mindset that you know what, I'm gonna continue to improve is already a winning mindset. You understand?
True.
And I love what you said that you know what, if there is a will, there is a way.
It's
As long
always
as you yourself you determine it in your heart, in your mind, that you know what, I can do this. It's just a matter of when. Let me just go and learn the ropes, and then you start that journey. Then you too, you can do it. But if you're just like staying from afar and saying, "Oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's not for me." Eh? You want me to come to social media? No, I'm not a social media.
the
Me, I was not
person.
a social media person too.
That's the
Me that
forward.
you're seeing now, running my mouth on this guy. I was 4.5 years ago. But when you see something, when you see the pepper, when you see the lives that
Mm-hmm.
are changing, when you see the money people are making, right? It will change that excuse. It will change that your mindset that you would want better for yourself. You will want to dream bigger, right?
Yep.
Mara was alluding to something earlier that the salary that they pay us, right? If you are still an employee, is like a bribe that they give you to forget about your dreams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's
It's
true.
like a
Yeah.
drug they give you to forget about your dreams. So if you can open your eyes and open your mind to want to try something different so you can get a different result, then I tell you, my people, the sky is your limit. In fact, the sky said it's your starting point. Okay.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So yeah, but I don't want to skip you and Nkechi. I just want to know, do you guys have anything else you want to say about the shifts required to run the business?
Yeah,
Or should we move on?
I'll say I'll be really short. So
Mhm.
I would just say dream it, believe it, and you can achieve it.
Yes.
So everything we set our mind into, we can do it. So
Yes.
I never knew in a million years, I mean, talk to me like a year ago, a few months ago, that I would be live on Facebook and I would tell you no. I didn't even know how to use Facebook because I never had any Facebook account. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I had my first Facebook account when I started this business because I didn't even want to be on Facebook. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. So, and here I am today. Right.
Yeah.
So we just need to change that mindset because we are groomed to be employees, to
Yeah.
work, then go to school, have a diploma, and go to work and work
Agree.
our life
Agree.
away. That's how we've been groomed. But
Yes.
there's a better way out there. You don't have to kill yourself while working.
No.
You can just
Um,
work a couple of hours, having fun doing it, and been making money.
Exactly.
yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome. And we
Yeah.
don't want you to look back on your life few years from now and have a long list of what if,
What
Mhm.
is?
right? So there's never been a better moment is now to take action. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
as Shoma mentioned earlier, we have a live business info session. It's free. It is free. And that live info session will change your life. It
Yeah.
has changed our lives and it will do the
Yeah.
same for you too. So
Hmm.
hop on. We just are hoping to see you in the inside.
Absolutely. Remember, guys, the website is on there and we're starting in 10 minutes. And if you have watched our webinars before and you still haven't taken action, what the heck are you waiting for? Right? It's only $149 to get into the next
Yeah.
step, seeing more information for yourself. I know a lot of you have a lot of questions. What are you guys selling? Which company or product? What's
Yes.
the business? What will I be doing? How will I make money? Pay your registration fee, pay for
You get the
access.
answers.
And you know what? It's refundable. So we give you a whole 1 month. If within 1 month you've seen everything and you say, you know what, I don't want this thing, then we'll give you your money back. So at the end of the day, there's no risk, there's no commitment. It's just for you to come and see
Check
and
it
make an
out.
informed decision.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
understand? So, Nkechi, do you have anything to say? Don't forget you are muted if you want to tell us something about the shift required, maybe in your mindset or in your habits or something to be able to run this business successfully.
I think the so far what I've learned is just to be focused. Sometimes as human being, because we are so used to working, moving from our house to where we work, we don't want to see the need for us to come work online because I will use there's this, I'm not going to call the pastor's name, but this is a man that God has used, and God like told him that he should start prayer online. And you know what it is? To tell you that even God knows more than us, especially during that COVID. If you don't have something doing online, you know what the kind of like people could not even get money, even eat during that COVID. And you see how now people are making it online, even doing prayer online like church, to tell you that the online space is important.
It's meant to
Mhm.
Yes,
serve.
if people can run church online and earn, yes, and even pay pay what, how do I say it? Like put offerings and all that.
Tithes and offerings.
Tithes and
Yes,
all that.
do everything. That shows that you can earn online. Anybody can earn online. So it all depends on how you think, what you believe. So far what I've learned is that we just have to really focus and know what we want. If really this online is what you want, go for it. Yes, go for it and start working on it. Even sometimes you might not want to do it. Sometimes it could be somehow tiring, but you have to push it because you know that something will come out from it. The world is so globalized that anything we do now, you have to use the online space. Yes, a lot of people are making it online. So for right now, you might not see the dividend, but if you just stay there, you will definitely get there. So far, your mindset is important when running online business or doing anything online. But just know that online has
Is the
come to
in thing.
stay. It has come to stay. There's no two ways about it. You
Yes.
cannot run away from it because you have your phone. You have different sites
Everything is
coming out
online.
every day, every day. Even the clothes we buy is from online. So why wouldn't you get your own online?
True.
That's what I can say.
People are even meeting their
Your
husbands
husband online.
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 Goodness.
Yes. Look at this popular,
When
what
yes,
is his name now? This popular
yeah, even
musician.
doing they do even this
Moses
The
Bliss.
dating
song and
app.
stuff. People do it online.
He's
So
a,
to tell
he's
you
a
that
Christian singer. He's a
This
Nigerian.
Moses
On
Bliss.
90 days.
Please, yes.
Moses
He's
Breeze now
live
there
on
is cheap for the
Instagram.
wife. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
What are you saying?
So
So
what are you
honestly,
doing?
if you tell me, even when I check like I saw an envelope like wow. How can you explain that? You just go to your email and you get something. So you can imagine, and this business, why I like it is that it's not only the top people that
Anybody
earn.
can do it.
No, anybody can earn as big as you
Right.
want. Yes, no, this is it's a business with like everybody's equal. Yes, so it's something that you can earn at your own. In fact, as much as you just dig the gold, as
Yes, so
much as you
as
want, you
big
can
as
earn
your
it.
shovel is.
So you know that kind.
Just keep
Yeah.
digging.
I love that.
So that's what we pray that we'll get there more. Get to that point where when you like people will be asking you, even people who doubted you will say, can you tell us how you do this thing? You just
Oh,
sit
yes.
down, wake up as you like, and earn. That you go in suffer ahead, you enter a car.
In the
ah,
snow, you feel like
Oh,
sleeping, but you just
yes.
have to get
All
up
the
because you have
time.
no,
to
no,
report
no,
at
The
no.
work.
alarm.
That's
True.
not the kind of job. No, no. This business is different.
Yeah.
And that's something else that you just reminded me of something. That was me back 2, 3 years ago, right? When yes, I started the business, but I was still working, right? Because I was still in the building phase to
Right.
build my income from my business to get to surpass my salary. And yes, I used to work night shift. In the middle of the winter, I'll have to drive to work. And guess what? When I'm coming back in the morning, I'm so sleepy. I would have drank all the coffee and all the Red Bull and all the energy drinks that would keep me awake. But still, so you know what I used to do? I will wind down my glass minus 30 something degree cold will
Oh
be
yeah,
catching.
I do
That
that
is
too.
only way I can stay awake to get home
Mm.
safe.
I
Sometimes when
do
I
that.
get home, I'm like, how did I even get here? When did I pass this road and that road? You know, that's the kind of life I was living. And I was like, no, I cannot continue like this. And some of you watching us right now, that's probably the life you are still living. Are you going
Exactly.
to continue to do that forever?
Yes.
Just for a 13-cent raise? Because
13 cents. Don't forget
I was
that.
like crazy that one time, I think after I'd worked at my company for 5 years, then, my supervisor came with a letter. So congratulations,
Uh-huh.
Judith at work. We have given you a 3% raise. I say, shit.
3%.
Percentage. And that 3%, that money, something will take that money away from you.
Of
That's why.
course, of course. Mhm.
Yes.
Then you will give people back home, right?
Mhm.
You will give people
Exactly.
some
Oh yeah.
raise back
Mhm.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think we're going to close here with some final words because I'm just checking the time. It's 3 minutes to the event start. So
Yeah.
yes, just to give you guys some final words. At the end of the day, you don't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to wait for the stars to be in perfect alignment. And
Alignments.
no, I'm not ready. I'm just waiting for whatever. Forget all that. Start where you are. You don't need to know the whole journey to the end before you start. No,
Mm-mm.
just start from somewhere. Start with what you have. Start with the way you
What
are.
you know.
Then over time, you'll be growing and be growing. And it doesn't matter if you've maybe failed at previous ventures before. It's okay. There are a lot of people in our community. When we get you out there, you will see people were in thousands. I'm talking $86,000 in debt. People had
Oh yeah.
20 something businesses. I'm talking real life story. You see it when you come into our community. And when they
Mm.
saw this opportunity, they still went ahead to start. And this
Mm.
is what has now transformed,
Yeah,
their
let's.
life. So what I'm saying is, again, just like we've been talking about, it's all about a mindset shift. Instead of you to, at the end of your days, regret that, oh, had I known, I should have started this thing, and maybe I should have started this thing earlier. Just start, so that at the end of the day, you will still have something to do. You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have any final words for the audience, but yes, the clock is ticking, guys. We're about to start our info session. Let's give them some final words so that we can let them go into the webinar.
All right.
Okay.
So the better
Okay. Yeah,
moment,
go.
Mara.
Go
No,
ahead.
go. Yeah, go.
All right. So the better moment is now. Take action. You see our website on the page. Go ahead and register with your name and email and attend one of our live info section. It's free, no cost to you, and it's going to change your life. Thank you.
Absolutely. Osta, how about you? Final words for the audience?
Yeah, the time is now. No more wasting of any time. The time
Mhm,
you lost now, you can never get it tomorrow. So take action now. Go to our website, register your name and email address, and then watch our info session. Like we have said before, if you pay your registration fee, it's refundable after 1 month, within 1 month. If you don't like what you're seeing there, you ask for a refund and you will get it. You lose nothing. It's risk free. So
mhm.
take action now.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Mara, any final words for the audience?
Guys, normalize working online.
Mhm.
That is today's world. Work online. Do something online, like the entrepreneur said, Warren Buffett. If you don't make money in your sleep, then that means you're going to work for your life.
Until you
Hustle
die.
your life until you die, basically. So normalize it. Don't let anyone think that, oh, it's for lazy people. No, it's not for, it's for smart people. So
Yeah.
go
Exactly.
and start something. It must not be our platform. Go do something online, people. Just do something online.
Because if you're watching us, you're already online.
You're
So are
Yeah.
online
you
already.
online watching
Yes.
comedies, music,
Yes.
catching trips? No.
Yes.
Turn your scrolling time online into pay rolling into your bank account. That's what we all
Absolutely.
here have decided to do, and you can do
Do.
it too. It's not rocket science.
Absolutely.
It's not that hard. You don't
It's
have to read.
automation.
Yeah,
Yes. Enjoy the automation. That's something else. You
exactly.
don't have to be at it. It will be happening while you are doing something else. So that's automation. So take advantage.
All right, Nkechi, over to you. Any final words for the audience?
Yeah, my final word is that the online space has come to stay. It's
Amen.
either you utilize it or you don't. But at the end, we all have phones. Yes, phones to see different things that people do. So why not take the opportunity and utilize that space. And at the end, you'll be glad you did. So take action. That's the main word.
Yes, yes. Take action, guys. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. All
Yeah.
right. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone, viewers, those that are going to watch the replay later. Thank you so much. I will really appreciate you. I really appreciate you, ladies, for joining us today. I just want to quickly highlight this comment because I was going to do that earlier, but I forgot. You see, one of the viewers watching us, Tanisha Taylor Pennant, said that she can relate to your story. I think she was talking about you, Yabo, that because it also happened to her. My mother ended up dying, and I didn't get the time off to go and take care of her. So I took action immediately, so this doesn't repeat this mistake ever again. So yeah, I guess she's a
Yeah.
business owner
Yeah.
already, right?
That
And
was the huge wake up call for me. That was it.
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
yes, guys, you guys have heard it, you have seen it, and you would see even more when you come into our community, right? Don't be that person who is going to regret the actions that you never took. Okay. All right. So until we come your way again, guys, we're gonna push you now to go to the webinar. It's just started. And hopefully, you're able to take the next step of paying for access so that we can work with you closely and get you, started on this amazing journey.
Mm.
So yes, until we come your way again, guys, take care. God bless you and enjoy.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
people.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes,
Take care.
Mm.